家晚上好。Good evening， 记得告诉我们你们从哪里来的好不好？告诉我们你们从哪里来的。今天记得哦，叫多多朋友进来看，叫多多朋友进来看，因为我们请到一个 online 的大师。老师你在哪儿？老师你在哪儿？
大家晚上好，大家晚上好。
老师周末看不到你的 video 的老师，
我还不要给人家看到先吗？
为什么不要给人家看到先？
叫下名意外，早上好 ，OK， 早上啊，大家晚上好，嘿嘿嘿，大家晚上好 ，Isaac Desmond 瓦迪 Mandy Joseph。PSMC， 然后 Tino Rooney from Penang， Marcus from Kluang， 然后我们还有 Joseph， Hey Joseph， 还有 Button Liu from PJ Hokkien， 马六甲 Augustine from Bintulu， 开林丹 from JB， 不够快，那些人太慢了。Adeline Australia， Ngju Edmund Wong Bunlet Sam Choi。Iris Hill from KL, from Ulu Klang, from Sri Kembangan, Nicole Tan, Sherry, 还有 Alina， 还有 Alex Chu，
快点，你们快点，老师你 mute 了是吧
？Victoria Potion， Alex Yi， Lawrence Xiong， 大家晚上好 ，Evo。Patrick Chan， 大家晚上好，大家晚上好。
你们是从哪里来的？
好，大家晚上好。
老师，今天我们不要讲大家晚上好，今天我们是 What's up？ Gabriel 可以 close 那个 poster 吗 ？Gabriel。What's
up？
今天我们要 What's up？ 今天
要给人家看到Peng Joon来啊！今天Peng Joon来啊，不是开玩笑的。Peng Joon啊，是我们叫做网上王子啊，Prince。
王子
不开玩笑啊，Peng Joon不是开玩笑。如果来讲啊，我讲啊，in terms of 讲师的话啦，这个年轻小伙子。他真的是啊，挣了好多盐水啊，是在全世界啊。他自己本身呢，不是本地讲师啊，他是超级国际，他不是国际，他是超级国际啊。
他很年轻罢了吧，是吧？
他好像是35岁还是36岁啊？我认识他的时候应该是34岁吧，应该差不多是这样的岁数吧。认识他的时候差不多34岁啊，应该是差不多。
老师，你是不是认识他的？
我当时的时候呢，是在 Success Resources 认识他的。Success Resources 呢，是我差不多在那个平台5年的。谁能知道 Success Resources 的话，写 R 好不好？写 SR。我看一下到底有几多个人知道 Success Resources 这个平台。Success Resources 啊，之前是没有讲华语的，他是讲英文的。今天Peng Joon呢，我们要试他的华语，因为很多人呢好奇到底他有没有讲华语的。所以今天呢，如果来讲你要听到Peng Joon讲华语啊，我们今天就 goreng他，看他会不会讲华语，因为很多人很好奇Peng Joon会不会讲华语的。
我真的没有听过哎。
我就一路跟Peng Joon教Peng Joon讲华语课的，可是他自己本身呢觉得他华语不够好，可是我觉得他华语 perfectly fine， 是说他觉得他英文会比较好。Peng Joon自己本身呢，他在很多个国家，我看最少都有10多个国家。在马来西亚，在亚洲不用讲啦，去英国啦，去非洲啦，南非啦，去德国啦，去苏联啦，去很多古灵精怪的国家，他就是飞来飞去，他的粉丝啊是那种所有的是不一样的语文，所以讲啊，这个年轻人真的是很了不起，我只是佩服他什么呢？他坐飞机多过在家里啊。在家里睡觉啊，就是他的时常啊飞来飞去啊，就是很累的工作，因为我们做了差不多整3年了，真的不简单哦。
对，老师，你真的确定吗？他知道华语，因为这边很多人哦都知道Peng Joon会讲英文一流哦，but Mandarin， 你们想听Peng Joon讲 Mandarin 吗？ 想的话哦，写平均可以吗？平均，我自己本身真的没有听过，每一次我听你也是跟他讲华语的。
所以讲啊，我告诉你一样东西，他自己本身呢，不单只是我们叫做很有名啊，他有一个我们叫做一个 aura， 就是很喜欢给 value， 他给的时候他是付到完的，就是说怎么样讲啊，他很喜欢我们讲跟人家给完的，我跟他在一起的时候，他什么东西都跟我讲的 ，online 的世界啊，什么东西都跟我讲的。那如果来讲啊，要是你们知道啊，他跟 Tony Robbins 在一起过啦，他跟 Robert Kiyosaki 啦，他跟Blessing， 所以只是所有国际的，在美国的他都有份的。有时我都没有办法跟他们在一起啊。Peng Joon 呢是高我们超级远啊，他这个是我们叫做神来的。虽然不知道 Peng Joon 的，不认识 Peng Joon， 我们看一下 statistic， 看这边的人有没有不认识 Peng Joon。不认识 Peng Joon 的话，写don't know DK， 不认识啊 don't know。Alright， 虽然不认识 Peng Joon 的话，所以我们可以给 Peng Joon 看一下，这一边呢是很多认识 Peng Joon 的人呢，还是不认识 Peng Joon 的人？要是你不认识 Peng Joon 的人的话，写 DK， 好不好 ？DK。Alright。So his video gives us full knowledge. That time I was 16 years old. 哇 ，Christina 16岁啊！Peng Joon 啊，很早期就出来讲课了。然后过后呢，我跟你讲，他跟我讲过他以前的失败。我告诉你，他以前呢，在 Success Resources 呢，是最差的讲师，最差。是，他上台卖不到课程。
Are you sure？
卖不到课程，他上台的时候他卖不到课程，不单止他自己想要放弃，这个等下他跟你讲。然后过后呢，就是新加坡的我们叫 Richard Tan Success Resources 的老板一路推荐他，给他上。这个东西啊，到时我再跟大家讲，因为他很没有什么跟人家讲的，所以等下我们很多人不懂的，很多人不认识 Peng Joon 呢，这样子的话，今天我们可以给 Peng Joon 啊，因为这个Peng Joon 这一位年轻人呢，他什么不缺，因为呢，你讲钱呢，他超级的多，他在网络赚了8位数字美金，再讲多一次哦，8位数字美金，在
美金啊
，8位数字，我们看他等一下赚几多8位数字。8位数字美金，所以如果来讲啊，你讲他讲第二，也没有几个人可以讲第一了，在 Internet。这样如果来讲，你要是不认识 Peng Joon 的话呢，等一下我们就会邀请他进来。可是呢，我要跟大家讲的东西就是，在我们的讲师界，因为很多人想要做讲师，今天呢，我们就要问 Peng Joon， 到底讲师是怎么样做的？虽然有想要做讲师的。等一下，他也有自己的书了哦，Platform Closing， 教人家怎么样站在台上讲课。我告诉你一样东西哦，2000个人、3000个人在台下，Peng Joon 讲2个小时，没有2个小时哦，只是90分钟，1个小时半，2000个人可以有500到800个人冲击后尾，给钱，给几多？4000块马币。我看到我的眼睛都掉下来，这一个是5年前的故事。房间里面，当时的时候我还记得 Robert Kiyosaki 那一场在我们在 One City 不是那个Bandar Utama 那个 hotel 叫什么了啊 ？One World Hotel， 在 One World Hotel 我还记得 Peng Joon 当时的时候在上台讲，那时我还没有是一个讲师 ，Peng Joon 那时我还是去那边听课嘞。当时的时候啊 ，Peng Joon 在那边啊，差不多有那个场差不多爆，那个场好像是2000多还是3000个人啊，你知道吗？差不多有500个人冲去后尾啊，讲了1个小时半的课程啊，站起来，整个好像不用钱这样的冲去后尾，我一转身看 ，Oh my God！ 他讲了。 4000块，要的话去慢慢来，还在台上那边讲慢慢来，那些人站起来，完全冲去后尾那边给4000块，一路拿卡，一路推，我跟你讲，我看到我整个人傻掉啊！你可以想象到吗？500个人给他4000块，500个人啊，给他4000块，那一些卡机啊，刷200万啊，2 million cash 啊，课程都还没有，我们叫做课程都还没有讲啊，拿钱了过后才来讲课程啊。我告诉你一样东西，这个年轻人啊，真的，我讲第二，没有几个人敢讲第一啊，这个年轻人。Peng Joon, hello Peng.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. Good to see you guys.
Peng Joon 啊，你会不会讲华语啊？Peng Joon。
对。
我可以讲一点点。
Can you say hello to our fans in Mandarin?
大家好。
什么？
虽然觉得到Peng Joon很帅的，Peng Joon很帅的，写嘿切好不好 ？BJ 嘿切好不好？虽然觉得到Peng Joon很帅的，写 BJ 切好不好？今天呢，Peng Joon，我要讲一些，你尽量讲華語可以嗎？Peng Joon。
不好意思啊，
可以講
我可以啊，
廣東話都唔錯嘛。
我可以試下啦，廣東話。
OK， 等一下 ，before you guys start 啊我跟你们讲啊，很难得请到Peng Joon来我们的平台，然后跟你们讲广东话哦，so 马上把这个 live share 出去，不要等了，真的Peng Joon哦，真的没有几多个人听过去讲广东话的哈，so 马上把这个 live share 出去好不好？来，老師，兩位老師。
News 啊，我哋同人哋講先 ，Peng Joon 啊，你記得冇 Peng Joon 嗰陣時啊 ，Robert Kiyosaki 喺 One World Hotel 嗰陣時係咪？你講1個鐘半 1.5 hours，90 minutes 嘛？
係。
你嘅90 minutes 嗰陣時，嗰個 hall 應該有2000幾個人啊，係嘛？
幾年前咗我都唔記得，應該有2000。
我差唔多成5年咗咯，4-5年咗咯。
係。嗰
陣時啊，我記得啊，差唔多係400-500個人衝去拉尾嗰度簽課程係嘛？
哦 ，OK， 你係啊，
嗰陣時我仲未做 speaker 嘅，因為Peng Joon。
哦，係咩 ？OK。
嗰陣時我仲未做嘅Peng。I was down there looking at you that time. Seriously, bro 。嗰陣時啊，差唔多成500個人係嘛？400-500個人啊。
2014係咪啊
？Robert Kiyosaki 嚟㗎嘛，是吧？
係
咪咁多啊
？About that 啦。
So means to say 啊，Peng 500個人俾4000溝，嗰日你咪攞咗2個 million 嘅 sales。
Ringgit 1 point something 啦。That time I sold at 4,000, about 1.6.
Go on stage, talk for 1.5 hours, $400,000 US.
Yes, about that.
Oh my God. 超恐怖。Peng Joon, let me ask you, you don't mind, how long, because today, 我同人哋講，好多人好想做 speaker on stage. So 我覺得你嘅 skill set 好 valuable. 我想問下Peng Joon，你做咗 speaker 幾多年啊？
其實我做咗 speaker really speak in front of stages is since 2012. But
8 years.
8 years. And I think that for people who want to do this is actually one of the most fulfilling things you can actually do for your audience. And even though at the start it can be very scary, it is definitely a journey of growth, as well as something that your audience will really thank you for, because there's no other there's no other personal development seminar or book or event that will be more powerful than your own events.
Oh my God. At that time, 8 years ago, how did you transition into speaking? Many people want to know because you don't talk about it much.
Yeah, so for actually all my years, I have been marketing online. So I've always been a very shy, introverted person. So I always wanted to just make money online behind my computer screen. So
okay, if that is the case, let me set the frame right, context right. How old are you now?
I'm 35.
Oh my God. Means to say you are 35. 8 years ago, you started at 28 speaking engagement.
Yeah, 2012. I'm 36 in November. Yeah, so 20, about that, yes.
Around 28.
20.
So prior to 28, what were you doing?
So I was marketing a lot of products online in the gaming market.
At what age?
I started in 2005. So that was about 21 years old when I just came back, finished university.
What made you going online? Your mother, were your mother happy?
I actually can show you, but my first pay slip was for 1,200 ringgit. So because of that I didn't do well in university, and then I was actually a JPA scholar, and I needed to pay back this loan because I didn't fulfill the condition of my scholarship. So because of that, I didn't do well in uni. I needed to pay back this JPA loan. On top of that, nobody wanted to hire me. So I started actually like how most people would start. I just went online, I typed in how to make money online. I started buying all these different programs out there. And that's how I started off creating a digital product.
That was like 13 years ago.
2005. So no, now that's like 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Oh my God. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
What was the tip why you actually went into the internet?
It's desperation. When I think when a person is hungry enough, and when you're earning 1,200 ringgit a month and you have a burning desire, that was what made me go online, because I wanted.
You Googling how to make money. That was your transition.
Yeah, how to make money online. And I started buying a lot of these different ebooks. So 2005, back then things are very different. There's no Facebook, there's no and so I learned the strategies that worked at that time. So I created this ebook in the gaming market in World of Warcraft, and I started selling those digital products in the gaming space.
So that catapulted you going into the online. And you when did you realize that online is the thing where you make your first money that you are very comfortable at? How many years after since you started 15 years ago?
It took me actually 9 months to make $7. And it's crazy to think how
9 months.
9 months to make $7, because at that time, nobody did seminars. It was all online, it's all ebooks. There's no those kind of programs that we have today. So I had to learn it the hard way. It's like I had to piece things together. I started buying all these ebooks and home study courses. So it was from there that I learned that to make money online, I need to learn how to sell something online. So I created a very, very ugly sales page back then. And then, that's how I started off.
Then how many, after the 9 months, how much you make the most after the 9 months that you feel that, yeah, this is the thing that I'm going to go all in?
My big break is actually in 2008, when there was this very popular game on Facebook called Farmville.
3 years. 3 years after that.
So my first year, it enabled me to quit my job. It was enough to pay for my bills and survive and do it full time. But my first big break, which is that for product that did over $1 million USD, was in 2008 in the Farmville market. That 2008, there was this very popular game on Facebook. And I got this idea from a friend who played this game on Farmville back then. It was very popular. So I created this gaming product on it, and that product exploded. That was what gave me my first big break, 2008.
So you did 1 million profit, US dollar.
It wasn't profit, it was sales. 1.3 million USD in sales under about 7
How
months.
much did you make? You don't mind?
Profit margin. So that time there's no Facebook. The ad strategy is not through ads. The ad strategy is by paying affiliates, meaning people who promote my product, I give them a cut, so 50%. So they take about 50%, and the margin is very high because it's a digital product. There's no cost. So if not for them, I wouldn't make the sales. So in terms of net, it is about minus 50%.
If that is the case, you like, after 3 years, you're 22, 25, around 25, 26 years, you are a millionaire.
At that age, yes, that's how I made my first million.
25 years old, you make your first million.
Actually,
Online.
it's actually crazy because, if my story is that my father, he was actually a durian farmer. So he worked on a farm for a very, very long time. And at that time, to him, the internet is like a crazy thing that he cannot imagine. And he was actually, initially, both my parents, they were very against it because to them, they don't understand this kind of thing. So to them, online is not real. They don't know what it is. So I remember that time when for a very long time, because they didn't understand it, they were fearful for me. They wanted the best for me, but at the same time, they think that the way to become successful is work in an investment bank, in a Big Four accounting firm, and climb the ladder. So that's what they wanted for me. And I remember that there was this point in time where we will always, argue about this online thing because they wouldn't support me, and I feel that they wouldn't support me, and I would always be thinking like, but why wouldn't you support me? And I remember there was this time when I showed my father my bank statement, because that time he didn't know what I was doing. I said, Dad, I want you to see this, okay? And I said that, in the last 1 year of me doing this, I have saved more money than your EPF. And I said that, I'm not saying this out of disrespect. I love you more than any other person in the world, but I'm saying that to show you that, I don't know whether this internet thing will work or not, but if you can support me in this journey for 1 year and give me no negativity, and if it doesn't work out, I will go back to this corporate thing that you want me to do. And that's what changed everything. And when he saw that, he was like, he had never seen that kind of money in his life, yeah, it was a very big
durian farmer.
His durian farm is actually built on where KLIA is built on today. So he was actually forced to sell the farm.
That's Sepang, right?
Yes. So he was actually forced to sell the farm back to the government when they wanted to build the airport.
Correct.
That's where the land is.
So after that 1 million, what did you do after that?
So I started going to all these other gaming products. And what made me go into like online marketing and teaching that was I knew that for my next level of growth, I wanted to teach. I knew that what I did in the gaming space was very powerful, and it can be applied in any market. If a person wants to teach guitar lessons or gardening or real estate or investing, or in today's market, it could be anything, whether it's reviewing toys or computer games. Today, the internet has enabled anyone to build a business based upon what they love doing. You see, Adrian, like here in Malaysia, right? Asian parents are always taught this thing, right? It's always like, every parent, maybe you have told this to your kids. So this is what they tell the kids. They say, you want to pursue your passion? Can. You go study your accounting and finance degree first, or economics or business. Then when you get the piece of paper, you can go and do anything you want.
Okay.
Adrian, have you ever told your kids that?
Yes.
You told your kids that. That's what my parents told me. Okay. And here's what we need to understand. Today, that's different because it's no longer separate. Today, what if you take a look at any market, no matter how crazy it is, whether it's playing computer games, whether it's reviewing toys, whether it is whatever, World of Warcraft, or serious market like real estate or investing or cryptocurrency, we can actually merge that and build a business around it. And that's my message. That's how I started off. I started off in the gaming space.
Let me ask you this question, Peng. For those of them who wants to be like you, but they are just new, the so-called newbie. They have some internet knowledge, but they are not, they don't have specialized knowledge. For example, like me, I'm in the property sphere, and many of them like coming out, do property for 6 months, 12 months. Thereafter, there are also people like coming into the industry for 6 months, 12 months, but they want to be like you, and they are not the expert like you, and they want to be on the online sphere. And how do they actually transfer the knowledge? I heard about how you explain it. I feel that, you know, if possible, you share with the younger ones. Any tips that you can give?
The first thing we got to recognize is that nobody ever wakes up one day feeling, oh, you know what? Today I'm good enough to be an expert. Like when does that happen? Do you need a piece of paper from some institution to tell you that you're an expert? Do you need somebody that you look up to say, hey, Adrian, you're finally an expert. Congratulations. Like, what needs to happen in your life so that you will finally believe you're an expert? And in most cases, you see, it is the first things to change how you look at yourself. Okay? Because if you think about it, okay, let's take a look at this expert. Okay. So what's the definition of an expert? To me, a definition of expert is if you can be the top 1% in a specific market, you will be an expert, right? Is that, you say that's a fair definition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Expert. Okay. Yes.
So imagine this, okay? So let's say my passion is in, let's say, photography.
Photography. Okay. That's good.
Okay.
Photography.
Okay. So what will make me an expert? For one, if let's say I spent my entire week, 7 days, quarantine now, nothing to do, and every single day I read one book on photography. Every day I just read it, took notes, really learned and immersed myself into photography. After 1 week, after reading 5 books, like honestly, 99% of the rest of the world has not studied, really immersed themselves into 5 books in photography. That straight puts you at 1%. Now, obviously, you don't have the experience yet. Okay, so yes, that's just theory, but now you need to back it up with experience. But what I'm saying is the journey to become an expert, a big part of it, yes, is understanding theory and having the experience to back it up. But it really begins with a moment of decision. A moment of decision that says, you know what? I am going to put it in my agenda and my timetable to be good at this. That's how you begin that journey to be an expert, a moment of decision.
Well done. If that is the case, means to say, to add on to what you say, if we learn something and we start giving value to one person and that person feel of value, then we are on the right path to be an expert, because the expert is the journey, it's not the destination. Is
Correct.
it something like that?
Because the thing is this, like you and I'm still work in progress. There's still a lot of things I don't know. I am still learning. You and me, we are still spending money learning from the best of the best. Every single year, I'm still spending 6 figures consulting and training and learning from the best people out there. So the expert is not a destination. It is continuous learning. And in fact, if you take a look at the people, I can tell you, after doing this for such a long time, there were many marketers that I look up to 10 years ago. And I can tell you today, there's many of them, they're no longer around anymore. Some of them not even doing online marketing. What happened? It is because they reach a point where they thought, you know what? I'm so good at what I do, and they stopped learning and they stopped growing. And because of that, they're not even doing it anymore. So it is a journey.
The key point that I love it so much. You are totally right about that. I totally agree.
So for those of you that's watching this right now, my advice is start somewhere. Make that decision by saying, you know what? I am not just going to learn, but I'm going to apply. I'm going to document that journey. I'm going to take what I learned and help one person.
Document the journey. I love that word. Document the journey. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then, being said that, what transitioned you to be a stage speaker after that? What transitioned you? What moment you went through being on Success Resources? Is Success Resources the first place that you become a speaker?
That was the first event that I did. Actually, my first event had from no experience to suddenly 1,000 people over there. So it is more like
how you got into Success Resources, because no one know.
Oh, that's a great question. You know what? Let me tell you this story, okay? To me, how I got in was really like, in football, there's the reserve team sitting on a bench there. That was me.
Okay.
So I had a friend that looking back, I should thank him a whole lot more. But his name is Gobala Krishnan. Okay, Gobala Krishnan, he was a speaker on Success Resources talking about online marketing. And for me, that's always something I would like to try out. But I don't know anybody. I don't know, And one day, all of a sudden, he said he can't make it. He can't speak there. And he got to find a replacement. So I remember he said, Peng Joon, would you like to take over my spot? And I remember he proposed that to the country manager, Chong.
Oh, Chong, okay.
Yeah, right, Chong. So Chong said, Peng Joon, are you free on this date? And my mind was like, let me check my schedule. Yes, I can make it, right? That's exactly how it happened, okay? So I was a replacement speaker on substitute. And that's why, when people say opportunity happens, or rather luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? Was I lucky? Yes, but I was also prepared, because right up to that point, I've already been going to all of the seminars. I've been learning, I've been practicing. I've been to all those seminars back then on speaking and presenting and closing and all of that. And because that opportunity and the timing happened, I was in the right position to take up that opportunity. So that's another thing that all of you need to really prepare yourself. So in a time like crisis like this, you could be stuck at home, but can you utilize this time to grow this skill set and have this level of growth so that when opportunity presents itself, you are prepared for it?
All right. That's very good, because it's the first time you're listening to this. Then, how was the talk?
Terrible.
How many people was in the room?
So I would say there was about 900.
All right.
And see, at that time, I've been to a lot of different seminars, and there are a lot of things I didn't understand about the industry, right? I always look at all these other speakers, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'll do so much better than them. I'll go up there, I'll give my audience amazing value. And what I didn't understand about speaking is because I was watching all these other speakers that would do well. I always thought that to do well, I need to be like them. So I started to adopt their style.
Emulate.
Yeah, correct. I will be like, yes or yes.
Yes or
Okay,
yes.
I'll do, right? All these different things. That's not my personality. But I thought that because this is what other people do, that's what I need to be doing. And because of that, I didn't find my style. This is very much like martial arts. Martial arts, everybody starts off by learning the same technique, the same skill set. But what will separate and distinguish a Bruce Lee from somebody that is a green belt or a yellow belt is after a point in time when you just study the technique, the next level, the highest level is to find your own style, right? So that was why it was terrible. I was very, very bad for a long time until I started finding my own way.
How long?
I would say it took me about 1.5 years to be.
But that particular day, did you convert any sales?
No, it was a nightmare. Let me tell you what it was like. Okay, some of the people in Success Resources, they'll tell you. But back then, so I always when I went, I spent a lot of money on seminars, and at the seminar, whenever you practice, the other participants, to give you confidence, they're all like, stand up and run to the back.
Yeah,
table.
cheer you up, yeah.
So you feel this level of confidence, like, whoa, it's you can do it. But in the actual thing, when I did it, I remember I was like, okay, for the first few of you that go to the back of the table, and if you register, and then nothing happened. It was all quiet. 900 people.
No one stood up. No one went
No
to
one
back.
stood up, and then it's very weird, and I'll never wish that feeling upon anybody, but it's like in your mind, it's like, why is this happening? Because in the training, this is not what happens. Everybody's supposed to stand up and run to the back. And I learned it the hard way. So back then, things was done very differently. There wasn't like music, anything like that. So can you imagine? This is Singapore Expo, right? 900 people. And now I got to stand up, and now I got to walk to the back of the room where there's like, so just imagine this, okay? I want you to imagine now, there's 1,000 people here, huge room, and I got to walk to the back. And it was so weird and awkward, okay? So it was really that feeling I had that actually made me realize that day I actually wanted to quit. I thought,
that's the thing. Did you not wanted to quit?
Of course. At that time, I remember when I went back there, one of the organizers, the staff said, so Peng Joon, do you know how you did? And I said, no, how do we do? And I noticed she was like avoiding eye contact. She wouldn't like look at me, and she said, yeah, nobody signed up. So I'm actually a very optimistic person, and I thought, okay, you know what? I think what's worse than nobody signing up is if 3 people signed up, right? Because then I could still got to do the seminar, and then I have like one person sitting there, another person. So I said, okay, it's okay. I think I learned a very valuable lesson, and I think that the lesson here is obviously speaking is not for me. I remember that, and here's why. Okay, perhaps some of you can relate. I remember when I left the room, right? I sat in this, just outside the seminar hall. There was like 2 chairs normally for like the people the staff to check ticket. Somehow there was a chair outside there. And there's nobody there. And I remember I went outside in my suit, and I felt like I just wanted to sit down. I remember I was just sitting down outside there of the event room. And at that time, I really, really felt like a failure. I really did. Because at that time, I truly believe that I did my best. I really did. At that time, I spent tens and thousands of dollars attending all these different seminars. I've been to all of them. Okay. And at that time, it's not like I just showed up without any practice. I really practiced. I practiced in front of the camera, in front of the mirror. I would time myself. I would do all these different things. But I felt like a failure because at that time, doing my best just wasn't enough. And I actually made the decision to quit that day. I did. I actually went up to the founder of Success Resources, Richard Tan, and I told him, I said, thank you for inviting me to be here, but as you can see, selling and speaking on stage is not for me. And I remember he told me this very powerful thing. He said that, Success Resources, they've been around 20 plus years. They've worked with the biggest names, and he told me he's also seen many average speakers come and go. And that's when he said, this is when an average person will actually quit. And you got to decide if you are average. And actually, it was very powerful for me because those words really hit me. I realized that actually my entire life, right, speaking was the 2 things I would say I never thought I could do in my life. There are 2 things in my life I thought I could never do. One was speak in front of a group of people, and number 2 was to quit smoking. I actually have been a smoker for more than 10 years. I started very young at 17 years old. And those 2 things I thought I could never do in my life. And at that point in time, I thought, but what if I could do this thing I thought I could never do? What if I could actually conquer this fear then I would be unstoppable. You know, and
Who
it was very,
motivated you to do that, Peng? Who motivated you to do that?
so no, that's the thing. It's sometimes in life it's really one moment of decision. It was just something that's clicked, and then it's like the decision I made was, you know what? I will never quit until I become world class at this. And it was just like that. And that's why sometimes, you know, people ask me, they say, Peng Joon, why are you still going to like Vietnam and India and Philippines? Honestly, you and me know this, okay?
Russia.
Yeah. Honestly, you know this, okay? Some countries, there's really no money there, okay?
Correct.
Now, here's what people don't know. I actually, when I was starting out, there was a point in time I spent 1 month in India, okay?
1 month?
Yes, 1 month in India, eating Indian food every day, dal curry, chicken tikka masala, okay? You know why? Because I went there to do an India tour just so that I can get practice time in. And I can tell you there's no money in India, okay? But I did that, why? Because I was on a path to sharpen my blade, my sword, to become better at this skill set. And if that's another thing I can leave our audiences with as well, is that recognize that every skill set in entrepreneurship is practice, whether it's investing in property, whether it's advertising on Facebook ads, whether it's doing videos, whether it's speaking in front of a camera. You got to get practice time in, and that's what I did to get better.
Fantastic. On top of that, Peng Joon, let me ask you another question. After 1.5 years, that was your transition becoming better and better, right? Yep. And today, I think your skill sets it's like everybody knows. In fact, all the Europeans, Americans, all the people who are on stage know you as the very, very good closer on stage. And you speak very well, you have the right skill sets. Even the Kwai Lo Masale also lose to you. So that is something that is very, I would say, commendable. But on top of that, you got another recent skill that you cross over with a lot of high profile speakers. And like recently, you crossed over with Dan Lok. And Dan Lok gave you a testimonial. How, and many people ask me to ask you, how did you got that moment with him? And then how did you get that testimonial from that? This is the question from my student asking you that.
Oh, I met Dan in 2018 when I spoke at this event called Funnel Hacking Live. And it's actually quite funny because his director of events came up when I was towards the end of the event, and he approached me. His open was something along the lines of, Sifu wants to meet you and he will pay whatever amount to make it happen. Now, this is the first time I've ever heard of such an open. I have never heard somebody open like that before. And I was like, who is this guy? And so actually that night we met, amazing guy. And he's actually really, really nice and humble and an amazing person. But that's how I met him. So from there, at that time, he was already doing very well on YouTube. He hasn't really exploded yet, but that's how I met him. And from there, it was at Funnel Hacking Live. And then from there, we became friends. And then, yeah, that's how the relationship happened.
And he gave you a testimonial. What was that all about?
So he went through this course called Event Codex. He was teaching people how to run live events together with his director of events. Yeah, so then he did a crazy big event, Closers in Black. But yeah, that's what happened.
And he gave you a testimonial because you gave some value to him.
Yep. So ultimately, it's about giving value to others.
What about your future, Peng? You are just 20, like 35, 36. What are you planning next?
You know, this is a question that whenever people ask me, I always struggle to answer because I know that whatever my answer is, it will be wrong. I know that whatever, I mean, you just think about it, right? And the way I say this is, if let's say 10 years ago, somebody asks you, hey, Adrian, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Now, whatever answer you gave 10 years ago, it would have been wrong, right? So because life doesn't happen as planned, whatever it is that you say, yes, it'd be nice to plan that, but
So what are you working on now then?
Okay, so what I'm working on is a software, and I'm working on a lot of things to build up that leads to the software. But that is my end game. My end game is to be able to build software companies and be able to build and utilize the brand that I've built upon all these other things to lead to this software.
I see. That is something long term.
Yeah.
And how many members, communities, or students you have right now, Peng?
I would say that we have trained over 100,000 people who have bought our products and digital courses.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Yep.
Now, this recent COVID, everybody realized that you need to be on the online world. Now the online market is much, much more competitive. So for those people who want to, like those offline people who are already doing businesses, traditional businesses, which they feel that they cannot convert themselves into the online world, what advice can you give it to them? Because if they don't do this, they'll be a dinosaur.
Yep.
And what advice can you give it to them, Peng, since you are like more than 10 over years on the online world?
The first thing I would do, so depending on what industry they're at, the first question I ask myself is, can I deliver the same result to my audience, but through a different mechanism? Okay, so to give you an example, okay, let's take probably one of the hardest things to bring online, maybe like a gym, right? Because a gym business is about people, when they think about fitness and weight loss and muscle building, they think, oh, I need
physically, I need to be there.
Physically, yeah, I need to be there, and it's tough, right? So if we think about that angle, what is the result? Why do people pay money? They pay money because they want the end result where they did the workout, they felt good about themselves, they get result. Okay, so based on that end result, can we change the vehicle to help them get the end result? Okay, so let's say if I would think about the different components to help them get the end result, it would be, number one, they need accountability. Okay, somebody that says, okay, today did you do the workout or not? Okay, right. Keep them accountable. Okay. Number two is they need the right nutrition. Okay. Yeah. And number three is they need the right workouts to do. Okay, so those three components. Okay, now the third component, people tend to think is the most important. What kind of workouts? But the truth is, what kind of workouts to do can be found on any YouTube video. So as a gym owner, if I'm a gym owner right now and I want to bring my thing online, I need to ask myself, how can I get my audience and still deliver them this result, but now still give them the accountability? Okay, so they're still accountable, because your edge over, let's say, fitness first is that you can provide service, that customization.
Right.
Okay, your edge is because you can keep them accountable and you can give them that customization. Therefore, when they're answerable to you, the odds of them doing the workout is higher. Okay, correct. Same thing for nutrition. So if I understand that that is my competitive advantage, I can be able to bring that thing online. So the first question I would ask myself, regardless of what industry I'm in, is, can I deliver the result to my audience through a different mechanism? That's why people pay you money.
Yeah, using different vehicle, but achieving the same thing.
Correct.
But what about things that cannot? Should they change their business, or should they change their business model? Should they go to different industry? Should they give up their own industry and stuff like that?
So depending on the industry you're in, okay. So let's take another tough one. Let's say like F&B, okay.
Yeah.
So F&B probably another one that's hardest hit. Okay. So
Correct.
what can an F&B business do? They could, for example, let's say I sell bak kut teh, okay. So now nobody's coming to my bak kut teh store, but or I sell xiu long bao, okay. So how can I, same thing. What is the end goal? End goal, people want to eat the xiu long bao, right? So how can I deliver the same thing? So maybe now in terms of creativity, I can say, you know what? To give people that same experience, but different vehicle, it would be during time of quarantine, when you're stuck at home, what better way is there to spend time with your loved ones and do xiu long bao together? So as part of this kit, this xiu long bao kit, when you open it, you will be able to utilize the same raw material that our China chef use. So you open up this thing, we'll give you the soup, you pour it yourself.
Wow.
But now, right? So anybody can order food off GrabFood. But now I am delivering an experience. I'm giving you something to do with your loved ones. It's a great gift. It's great quality time together. And you still can have the quality xiu long bao from your own home.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Right? So it requires the shift in thinking of how can I deliver that end result through a different mechanism.
Wonderful, wonderful. Peng, no, on top of that, Peng, let me ask you this, all right? There are many people right now who are struggling in COVID. And I do believe that your student also, there are some business people that's going through this period. Any advice that you would want to give the fellow Malaysian what to do during this COVID, as in financially?
So
because learning online is not going to be fast. So how can they do this, go through this? Any advice?
Okay, so financially first is to decide to know where your strength and weakness is and where you stand. Because in every recession, the losers who from a recession will always be the people, I believe, that sells their asset. Because now everybody wants to hold on to cash. So there's a lot of panic selling in the stock market, in real estate market, because of fear. So people who sell asset will always lose. They are fierce panic selling in assets, but they're panic buying in supermarket, right? Toilet paper. So first things first is do your best to not let go of any assets. Okay, that would be like number one. So depending on financial muscle and capability, then I also believe that this is a time when the world is on sale. You take a look at the stocks, everything is already coming down, including price of Facebook ads and advertising online.
Yeah, can you share more about that?
Okay, so for me personally, right now, Facebook ads, this is like 2017 prices. I've actually never seen Facebook ads cost decrease ever before. This is the first time Facebook ad cost has actually drastically decreased. So for me, I know that the part that I'm really attacking is Facebook ads, because getting more leads and getting more buyers is actually cheaper than ever before. So it's actually such a good time to be playing offense there. Same thing with content marketing. So whether you do a webinar, whether you're running Facebook content or YouTube videos, this is a time when, because everybody is stuck at home, because they're bored, everybody's on their screen here, right? Looking,
correct.
Just doing this. So what if you could be, when I say you, those of you watching the video, you could be the other 1% that is not just consuming content, but producing content.
Wow.
So why don't you be the producer instead? Because the world is consuming it.
That's a good word. I do know that you have, if those of them, 你们谁能觉得到这个 sharing 很好的，你们想要跟Peng Joon学的 ，go online 学习的，写 PJ Learn 好不好 ？PJL，all right。然后如果Peng Joon
Yep.
If people want to learn from you, how would they learn from you? How would they contact you?
Well, social media, just follow me, Peng Joon. But we should by the way, guys, we did not plan this. We should do something together. You know, we can do like a web class, a webinar, full-fledged learning, get them on. Okay.
Yeah.
Just for your followers. We should make that happen.
Who wants to go for a webinar? You and myself and Peng Joon teaching all of you guys on the webinar. If you want, right? www.
Here's how I would do it. I believe that, you know, the most.
There are 2,000 old people here, Peng.
Oh, wow. Okay. So one of the most lucrative skill sets is really just understanding how to promote somebody else's product and get paid commissions, right? Affiliate marketing. So this could be selling somebody's a product on Amazon, a product on whether it's Agoda, TripAdvisor, a bodybuilding product, helping a credit card company sell credit cards. Let's do a training on that. We could totally do something like that together.
Wow, that would be great. Those of you who want to learn, write www. Let's see this. And then if a lot of people write a www, then we will keep in touch and then we'll let you guys in. Sifu, any departing word before you go off? Because I know 8:30 you have another meeting.
Yes.
The meeting's at 9 o'clock actually. So I still have some
then
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's take, if that is the case, anyone who have any questions right now, please write it in and then I can ask. And
我可以代表他们问一个问题嘛？因为
来，
有很多人 PM 我们哦，他是说他是一个比较被动的人来的。
But before that, can Peng, this picture I always cherish it, you know, because both of us was so much having fun. Gabriel, you put this because this is always in my handphone.
It's a nice picture.
This was fun. Both of us are really having fun. This is in Ho Chi Minh.
I remember this. This is before I did the rap video, and I borrowed.
You did the rap video. That's what. Was that your first time doing the rap video?
That was my first one. Yeah, I love this picture.
You went down there, and then the whole Vietnamese don't know what they are doing. They just follow you at the back. You're walking all around, and you know, you guys took the picture. It went very well, actually, and I'm very impressed the way that you did it. I mean, it's like it's really gutsy, you know, because we are Malaysian. They don't understand what we are talking. You just went down there, just running through it, and then the Vietnamese don't know what they're listening. They just follow at their back. I was like, oh my God, he's doing it.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love this picture.
All right, Kalain.
OK， 老师，这个问题是这样的，因为我是代表他们问的因为他们讲看起来平均是一个比较被动的人，对不对呀？所以他们是问的如果被动的话，怎么平均可以在台上讲到这么 fluent 的？他们现在做 offline 要转去 online 平均有什么 advice 给到他们可以踏出那一步的？因为他们不年轻了他看到平均今天好像很酷这样子比较 slow mo 的 guy 他怎样不 shy 可以在这么多人面前讲话？有什么 advice 可以给到他们
？Being an introvert, where did you find your dare to be in the public? Being an introvert. There are many people who are introvert and they want to be like you because you are an introvert by nature, when you first started. So Kalai is asking, what advice can you give them?
So as introverts, if you are an introvert, you need to understand your strength. Introverts doesn't mean that you're bad in public speaking. It just means...
Really?
100%. Here's what definition of introvert, right? Introvert just means that when you're with people, it's like a battery and it's draining your battery when you're with people. So that means that when I'm with people, I can be very good with people, just that it's draining my battery. But if you're hanging out with Adrian, if you're hanging out with Adrian and he's with a group of people, he's actually charging his battery. He gets more and more battery with people, right? So being an introvert doesn't mean that you're bad with people or you hate people. You just need to know that you need to recharge after. And that introverts just, you need to double down on your strength. Because for me, that's a great question. I just need to flip on the switch and then I can do my thing. But after a long day, if I'm with a lot of people, I still need to recharge after. So focus on your strength and focus on getting out of your comfort zone, because I know it can be very uncomfortable, but it's just a muscle. You practice using that muscle more and more, the muscle becomes stronger. You know, it's true for anything. You know, even a video like this, a simple video like this, it would have been very scary for me 8 years ago. I would have to write down, oh man, what's the interview? What's Adrian going to ask me? I need to write down all the different things. Maybe I'll ask Adrian first. Hey bro, can you
For those of you who are listening, we didn't practice at all.
Yeah.
Peng also don't know what I'm asking, actually.
Exactly. But 8 years ago, it would have been, can you please email me the questions first? Right? It's a muscle. You practice it, you just get better. But you got to be willing to be bad at it in order to be good at it. Most people never achieve mastery because they're not willing to be bad at something in order to be good at it.
Wow, that is a great answer. Klein, you have any other questions?
Got one more fans here asking Wendy, Sifu and Peng Joon, what do you think of virtual personal assistant? I think Wendy is used to be a PA of all the bosses, and now she's asking, what do you both think about virtual personal assistant?
Peng?
It still comes back down to, are you able to deliver the result through a different mechanism? So your question is really like, right now, all the companies before this, they say, oh, you know what, working virtually is not applicable for, you know, most businesses, not possible. Then suddenly, because of this COVID thing, now everybody has this force to adjust, right? And then suddenly everybody adapt pretty well, working on Zoom, right? My team, they're all doing everybody's working from home. So same thing here, virtual assistant, virtual designer, virtual graphics designer, virtual programmer. It just comes back down to, can you deliver the result using a different mechanism? And if you can, then the answer would be yes. And of course, the answer should be yes. Because ultimately, your goal is to help the other person with their scheduling, with the timetable and all of that. And of course, that can be done virtually.
Very good. By the way, Peng, since this COVID, we've been locked down for 1.5 weeks now, 1.5 months now. Did any impact on your business so far on COVID?
Of course.
How do you view this? And
so,
what kind of effect specifically, like, you know, what are the disadvantage or the things that set back in terms of the COVID? Because you are already working online, and if you say online you are affected, what kind of effects that you're going through now?
Okay, so my business, the two main parts, okay, the one that is extremely bad, heavily affected, of course, is events. When this whole thing happened, I was actually in Poland about to do my event the next day. And no kidding, the hotel called me when I was about to sleep, event starting next day. The hotel says the Prime Minister of Poland just issued a notice that they're shutting down all of the airports, no in, no out, for at least the next 3 weeks. So if you want to leave the country, you have to do so within the next 24 hours. If not, you cannot leave the country for at least 3 weeks. That's one. Okay, my event's happen. This is fulfillment event tomorrow. Okay, and before that, I already shot the video, sent out to all participants. Guys, this event is happening. You know, all of that. So I look at my team and it's like, what are we going to do? We're supposed to fulfill that. I don't want to be here in Poland eating Polish food for the next 3 weeks. And looking back, you know, so we made the decision, you know what, we're going to cancel it, even though everything is paid for, and we're going to fly back, you know, everyone, and go back. So that weekend, we actually lost about 130,000 this USD. Okay, we lost about say 8,000. So because, you know, we have to cancel it, refund, and hotel and flights, all of that. So of course, huge, big time. But at the same time, the opportunity in that is just doubling down on digital. Right now, digital is actually doing better than ever because of the decreased ad cost by about 30%. And because of that, we are being even more aggressive on our digital sales, digital products, and digital is actually doing better than before because of the decreased cost. So it's just about pivoting and changing focus.
So means to say, what's next after this? Means to say, will you be more through this learning curve? You are saying that online is much better now, and
the thing is, online has always been better. The reason why I took and I did these gigs, sure, the cash flow can be good, but it's still not scalable. I mean, it takes up so much of my time.
Not scalable. That is the key, right?
Yeah, but the truth is, it's great for branding, positioning, making yourself relevant. So the reason why I do that is because if not for that, I would not be in those countries.
Correct.
So that's why I still do it. But end game, the thing that is highly scalable is online.
Online. So if that is the case after COVID, all right. So can I say, like previously, how many percentage of your time that is you are using on before COVID? How many percentage in terms of your time spent on offline, and how much percentage online before COVID?
Crazy. I would spend so much of my time flying in airport lounges, in hotels. Last year, I probably spent like 200 nights in a Marriott related hotel. So that would be
200
like,
days.
Maybe even more. But yeah. I actually enjoy traveling, and to me, I like that lifestyle. So I've been doing that for many years now. Because a lot of my things in digital is taking care, my team takes care of that. So in terms of my time spent was really in the travels, but income wise has always been end game, which is online.
So now after COVID, would you focus more online now? Is that, would you say that, or you?
Only because I know that the fear in the public will still be around for a very long time and will not go away anytime soon.
All right.
So this means that even after the country is not on lockdown, there will be people who will not want to go to events, who will not want to sit next to somebody in live event room for a very long time. So only because of that, yes, but I actually enjoy doing that. So who knows when, but I think for the fear to go away, it's going to be a long time before that happens.
One more question here. EY asked this. There are so many gurus out there selling their courses of e-commerce. How do we know that we are choosing the right one? How do you answer that thing?
The way to do that, I mean, that's a great question. Look at their business model. Ask yourself, is their business in the business of selling that course? And right?
Okay.
There are some people, their whole business is the selling that course, doing the preview over and over again like a circus show. And that's the whole business. The business is in selling the course. And it's not hard to look at somebody's business model, right? Ask yourself, is that person actually making money? Does the person actually have a business in selling products online in e-commerce? Does that person actually have a store, or is the person's business selling that course? That should be how you gauge.
Very good.
Thank you very much. I think Peng Chun got to leave already because
wait. One last thing I'll say. Okay.
All right.
One last thing I'll say. Also, in terms of a person,
still on, webinar
on. It's on. We'll discuss that. But one last thing I'll say, okay, is this: if you take a look at a lot of people's Facebook review, okay, most people will not even dare to switch on that review.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Adrian is one of the few people that dares to do it, and that goes, he has got nothing to hide. And that's another thing I'll ask you to look at. Go look on a person's Facebook, go to the review. Number one, see if the review is even turned on or not. If the review is not turned on, that's something that you want to think about. And number two is, if it's turned on, what does the review say? Then make that.
Hey, that's a great answer, Peng. That's such a great answer.
That's one of your closest now also. You should say that. How do you know if Adrian Wee is the real deal? go to the review section and take a look. And then you
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Before,
Peng, wait. There are many people ask, are you married?
Not yet.
Adrian 老师，
喂，
平均真的有下一个会议啊，我们改次再做它来好不好 ？Alright, before you depart, right? I understand that we are doing cross live. That's why just now when I'm speaking Mandarin, I see Suing in translating in English.
对啊，所以一下，所以
Suing is
就是
okay.
By the
before you
way,
depart, right?
Peng is taken.
Okay, not important lah. Not important lah. That one. Before you depart, Peng Joon, can you give some encourage message to your fans in English and lastly in Guangdong? First, we go English first because your fans is watching.
好 stress 啊，廣東話。
English first. We go English first. English first.
I always believe that it's better to do something and then learn from the mistakes rather than regret not doing it. So I know that right now, a lot of you, maybe you're stuck at home, you have this fear and this uncertainty, and you're not really sure because of what's happening right now. But if you were to look at all of your biggest mistakes in life, okay, just think about all of the things that sucked, the mistakes that you've gone through. Just think about that right now, okay? Whether it is a relationship that was horrible, whether it was a financial thing, whether it was something, okay, that was absolutely bad for you, but you look back at it now that it is over, a year later, 3 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, was it really that bad? I mean, you survived, you're still alive, and ask yourself, how did you grow from it? How did you become a better person, a wiser person? And what were the life lessons from those mistakes? Because when you will look back at something, you will realize that it wasn't that bad after all. It's only during the time it happens, you will not be able to connect why that thing is happening. And even what is happening right now, yes, people are dying, businesses are shutting down, and it can be very, very scary. But at the same time, I also believe that there is a choice of how we can respond and react to it. We can utilize this time to reflect on what's really important to us. For me, really, like every single day, I have been FaceTiming my mom. And that was something that I did not do if not for this COVID-19 thing. You know, just 2 days ago, I was on a video and somebody asked me, he said, what's the first thing you want to do after this lockdown? I said, the first thing I want to do is go visit my parents and give them a hug, you know? And sometimes it sounds crazy and twisted, but sometimes maybe it takes a whole virus/crisis for us to really see what is important. What is important, you know, my whole life, I've always looked up to materialistic things. I've always, you know, very much like Adrian, I love the Rolex and I love the Louis Vuittons also. But I can tell you, in a time like this, I also realized that during a time like this, I'm not thinking about Louis Vuitton. I'm thinking about how I can get milk from Tesco and how I can get bread and supplies sent over to me. And it is a time like this when we can really see and appreciate what's important, from friends to family, life, because this is when we get clarity. And sometimes for those of you that's watching, maybe it was necessary for a whole pandemic to happen in order for you to reflect and see what was really important. Well, if you ask me to do that in Cantonese, 惨咯。
讲一下广东话一点点感觉 ，don't need to direct translate different type。
哇，
其實你有咩説話同我哋嘅觀眾講嘅咧？
我覺得 So many words I cannot translate. Can you help me translate what I said to Cantonese? Okay, you wrap it up.
No. 講少少啫。
Oh.
Can do it, Peng. Because you probably have you ever considered speaking in doing a class in 廣東話？
有諗過，不過我知道係冇可能。你知唔知 ？When 我睇戲係咪 ？I need to switch on subtitle。我冇 subtitle，我唔明白。That's how bad it is。
你講得好好啊！你再講下，係你。
So conclusion 咧 ，conclusion 我都唔知係廣東話係咩話。
conclusion 咯 ，mix 啦，冇想講㗎嘛。
conclusion 咧就係呢個嘅時候，呢個嘅時候，你可以用呢個嘅時間嚟睇你嘅 life 係咩啊
？life is okay， 你嘅 life。
你嘅 life 乜嘢係 important？
重要嘅。
重要啱啦，重要。Okay， whether it is 係咪 relationship， 你嘅朋友，你嘅 life direction，parents， and that can give you even more inspiration in life to go after the thing。
個個可以俾你靈感。
靈感。
Finish it up. Come on.
谢谢你们今天跟我们一起
一起嚟，
多謝。
Peng, those of you who actually want to add Peng Joon, just type Peng Joon. Can our team member type Peng Joon's Facebook down here? Peng Joon, you are also on Instagram. Peng Joon also is on Facebook and YouTube, and there's so much information that Peng Joon gives out on his social media. You guys should go and check it out. He also have an online program where you can actually learn from him. And I actually wanted to learn from him many times, but it's just that the timing wasn't right at that Bali thing I missed. And I really missed it because at that day I was having a 3 days workshop. So it's just clash. Can I be?
We'll make it happen, something with you and your entire audience. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
我看 we let Peng Joon go first. 我们 do a summary 好不好 ？And this part 好不好
Peng Joon, thank you so much.
謝謝你 Peng Joon, thank you.
Okay, 謝謝你們 ，thank you.
同你個老婆講 hi. I miss her.
Suying is watching. Thank
Okay,
you so much.
bye bye.
Peng Joon.
You guys.
OK， 我们两个就 summarize。谢謝 Peng Joon, thank you。
哇，谁人觉得这个 interview 超棒嘞？给10分，好不好
？Very good, very good。
告诉他们这个星期五。
老师，等一下啊，冷静一下啊，老师啊，因为Peng Joon已经跟我们讲了 online 好了，所以你们还没有参与我们的这个 O2O 的话，记得我们 Batch 3只是在21号4月开班8堂课所以只是7塊錢美金罢了，7塊錢美金罢了。
Online offline 去 online 去 offline， 就是Peng讲的东西。
对，然后你们要1个 million 吗？因为我们的 ultimate goal 就是这8堂课1个 million 的 goal， 但是老师他们也是要做一直看没有用的看了没有心动也没有用的，对不对啊，老师？
我们叫他 step by step。
啊，哇，今天呢，请到平均呢，真的 very 的 happy，所以呢，我也希望啦哈，我们的团队 Team Adrian V 哦，会把这个 live 做成华语的 subtitle 好不好，老师？At least 哦，我们的学生啊 fans 啊，不会英文的也是可以看到，因为很
讲
多
得超好
不太清楚的，
，share
对呀、
得超好，
他们也是可以看。那
放在的
么呢？那么呢，明天呢就是我们 O2O 的课程啊，8点半啊。然后老师，星期五我们有重量级来，哇，我看
对。
哦，很难很难很难，超级难。第一次哦，有一个单 street 哦会上来讲 live。通常啊，老师，我看单 street 哦都不会去任何一个 live 报涨的。所以这个星期天我们有谁呀、老师？
单水的，我是一个很尊重的前辈师傅，我也从来没有想过单水。单水的人不是很大只的嘛，小小只，可是他的智慧啊，我告诉你啊，然后过他的那个 aura，你靠近他的身体啊，他有那个磁场的啊。我同你讲啊 c l a 你没有见过他，你不懂哦。你有见过他吗？你
我
有见过？
见过他，我们一起拍过
哦，对呀，
东西啦。
对呀，对呀，我靠近他，因为我跟他 interview 嘛，他那个磁场哦，有感觉的嘞，就是你人靠近他哦，他那个磁场哦，很不一样的哦，所以
但是老
说
师，
啊，
我发觉那个时候那天我们拍东西的时候哦，我们坐着喝东西聊天了哦，我发觉Dan Streeter 讲的东西哦，好像你平常在讲这个东西，我看到你哦，就是有那一种成功人的那种思维啊，老了的思维啊，老师，现在你还年轻，
我跟他
你还
我跟他很好聊啦，那一天我跟他很好聊，然后做事情哦，我们不是看短暂，所以说跟他很好聊，也是谢谢Dato Howard 哦，Dato Howard 介绍我们认识，然后Dan Streeter 也是很赏脸给到我们一个 interview，然后我从那个短的 interview，我跟他写了几样东西，到现在我都还记得很深。然后这样东西呢，到时呢我都要讲回给他听，我当时的时候做了些什么东西，所以我也是很幸运，也是很感恩。虽然从中在这边的话，要跟大家讲一样东西，就是单虽然是一个单虽他自己本身呢有这么多，还有几百位的员工在他的旗下，整个团队。可是我可以跟你讲一下，单虽是一个很谦卑的人，超级谦卑。他的那个背景哦是一个老师来的，他的家住也是老师，他自己本身这家住也是老师，他的老婆他的太太也是老师，他很喜欢做教育的，也是这样子，他自己本身呢，他的那个我们叫做磁场啊，要给是很大很大的，身为一个单岁他没有一个价值的，可以做出。如果讲你看他，除了他穿西装，如果还没有穿西装，我可以跟你讲，马上你看不到他是什么。大人物，他就是一个很有我们叫做智慧的。当他嘴巴一开口我跟你讲哇，真的是所以讲这一个星期五你们一定要在这个 live。第一，我们讲你们会学到很多东西。第二，我们做了这个平台我希望大家来凑给单岁这一位这么忙的人，也不喜欢曝光的人上到来。我希望这个拜五8点半，你们每一个人都会转接这个电台来支持单岁，真的谢谢单岁。
真的很谢谢单岁啊。那么呢，如果了哈，你们呢还没有加入我们的 Telegram 的话呢，我们这一边呢有一个 Telegram 的 link 哦，你们要加入，因为我们会为你们 update 我们最新的 information 在这个 Telegram 那一边。然后不只是单岁我们这个礼拜拜五、拜六、礼拜你们一定要留意住，因为我们有陆陆续续很多大人们。可以教到你们关于生意的啦、online 的啦、YouTube 的东西啦等等的所以你们要守住，这个就是我们的 Live Telegram 的 group，你们要加入进来，所以我们会 update 你最新的信息。所以老师 ，before 我们 end 这个 live 啦，今天请到平均来真的是超级开心啊！所以老师，虽然听过平均的故事都觉得 不可能做不到的，老师。你有什么 advice before 我们做这个 closing 给他们？
我也是告诉大家 ，being a speaker， 我做了没有平均这么久，因为平均做了8年。我觉得平均自己做2012开始，我是2014开始，我自己本身做了6年，那么6、7年。我告诉大家，这个路啊也是一样的。我自己本身虽然你看我很厉害讲话，我觉得冰俊我跟我讲过，他不止放弃过1次，我自己本身呢都有放弃过4次，在做教育这个行业真的不简单的。然后过后一样的东西，我也是要跟大家讲一句话，就是所有的我们叫做有起有落的。所有的落的地方哦，就是我们的进一步，就是因为做什么，只要我们不放弃，它的那个 chart 是这样的，上落的话，你又在我们叫坚持，你又在上，它又在落。只要你再坚持的话，就在上，它又在落。很多人呢，就是在落住的时候啊，他就掉下来了。只要你一路这样上落，上落，长期的话它是这样上的。可是很多人呢，在上住的时候，他一落他就掉出来了。所以讲啊，我就要跟大家讲一样东西，不管我们做些什么东西都好，都要坚持下去。是 COVID 这样东西，是有这样的事情发生，每一个人也是我叫做很难过，也是很慌，也是很怕。可是好像冰俊讲一样的东西，就是这个是我们很好的时候回想的时候，来去 reflect 的时候，不管是怎么样都好 ，life still to move on。冰俊带我们去全面10年，他说如果讲你去了10年过后，你往这个东西回来看，今天的东西其实是你会学到东西的，因为今天的你不是你未来的你，说今天只是一个我们叫做交叉点，就是我们讲下的时候，只要你不放弃，它也是跟得上。最怕哪怕你放弃你自己，所以这个东西呢，我最后我要跟你讲了，从冰俊的身上啊，我学到的就是这个东西谢谢。
谢谢你老师。到最后呢，我要有2个东西要跟你们讲哦。第一，如果你是 O2O 的学员的话呢，你开了 fan page， 做了 video， 做了 live 的话，记得跟我们讲哦，因为这个礼拜Adrian 老师想跟你们 cross live 一下子哦，但是呢如果你们准备，你看平均刚刚讲了机会来了都一定要给有准备的人嘛，对不对呀？所以你们 O2O student 谁已经准备好有做了 live 有 fan page 的，老师已经讲过很多轮了啦。这个星期5、星期6、星期天，老师就跟你们 cross live 好不好？所以你要跟我们讲谁已经做过了，我跟你们讲。
还没有加入 O2O 的，还没有加入 O2O 的，在这边真的要加入我们的大家庭。
对，所以呢，我第2样东西呢，就是刚刚老师讲的 O2O， 现在7块钱你们要赶快买了，因为你们
要起价了要起价了喽。
是啊，4月21号就是我们第3个 batch 了，我们肯定第4个 batch 一定不是这个价钱的，因为很多人投诉超级便宜了，他说不要这么子便宜，超级值得了 ，OK？So 记得我们下面有一个 link， 然后在 Telegram 那边也是有一个 link， 你们可以 register 的好不好？So O2O 的朋友，我们明天8点半见在 webinar 好不好
？8点半我教大家生意模式 O2O 生意模式。拜拜。
谢谢你 ，Thank you。记得把这个 live 要分享出去。如果刚刚你的朋友还没有看到，因为我们会留在这一边多1个小时，好不好？分享出去给你朋友看。All right，
这真的是很好我觉得这个 live 是超级的好。分享出去，鼓励更加的多的人。我觉得到这一个冰俊讲的东西是超棒的。我刚才给他讲到，我自己都感动。Cheers， 拜拜。
老师，你听了很多次都还感动。
感动，真的。冰俊他的故事是 original 的。他这个人是不假装的人来的。所以讲我们呢我们可以聊得这么好。然后过冰俊也是不是随随便，他是明星级，superstar 来的。你叫他跟人家 cross live 他不是跟普通的人就 cross live， 他跟我讲要跟我 cross live 我都已经很开心了的，因为平时是朋友，可是呢，当他讲要 cross live 是我的荣幸因为你讲在 online 的世界 我们真的是他是我们的前辈，虽然是年纪轻轻，你可以 imagine 他20出岁啊，他已经在 online 的世界混了。所以讲啊，Peng Joon 这一个人啊，他不是一个普通的人来的。你看他这样子啊，他很显朋友，我也是很幸运啊，可以做到一个朋友。不单止他是朋友的话，他也是上了我们的 live， 他不容易上 live 的。所以讲也是因为他跟那种超级美国的明星上的，不是我们这种普通的马来西亚的人。我自己本身我都觉得到荣幸了，谢谢。
老师也是在这边要谢谢你啦，因为昨天呢在 O2O 我们上课的时候，你也是在那边 baru promise 我们的。我跟你们讲啊 ，O2O 的学生们 ，Adrian 老师真的为了你们啊，昨天呢他一关了 webinar， 他就立刻打电话给Peng Joon。过了15分鐘，他就打給我，嗱 on 啦，Peng Joon 聽日啦做 poster 嗰啲嘢啦，你哋，所以啊，老師真的講得到做得到噶，所以 O2O 的student，老師真的很疼你們的 ，All right， 老師謝謝你，所以我們明天8點半見，在 webinar， 拜拜 ，Good night。